like when I was an EMT, like one of the reasons why I quit being an EMT was, I forget where was the call, but basically, a guy escaped on foot from the police. So apparently,
No way.
Yeah. Oh, this happens all the time. So
This is normal.
Oh yeah, this is just Little Rock. So, yeah. So guy gets pulled over. It's just a normal traffic stop, is what the police were saying. And but I guess he was a little paranoid because I think he had some drugs in the car. Come to find out, he did.
Yeah.
But so he ran. So when he was running, he ran through some lady's home.
No way.
I guess she like left the back door open. Yeah.
Like inside or in the?
Yeah, inside the
Okay.
house.
Oh,
She was home.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
He went in her house.
Mm-hmm. And was like begging, like, "Oh, please don't tell on me, please don't tell me." And for real, like that was his plan, you know. I guess shoot your shot, and she was pretty smart though, so she was like, oh, "Okay, yeah," and like gave him some water, and of course, like called the police. So so police get there. He's saying his chest hurts, you know, and of course, you know, you don't want to be that guy that's like, "No, you're not," and then he's like actually having a heart attack. So they call us, you know. You don't want to be that guy, even if you know it's just total crap. You're like,
that body cam.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh well, that and the fact that if he dies, it's like
Yeah, it's a little sus.
Yeah, it's a little sus, man. You can't really cover that one up. But
Have you covered any murders of?
It's kind of passed out. You dip him out in the back. No. So long story short, we get there, and I believe it's like south, kind of that 64th Street.
Oh, just down the road.
Yeah, is it?
Literally just down the road.
Well, this is like deep. Though this is like that deep state.
Okay.
Like not the main street. This is
Okay,
like in the neighborhoods kind of deal.
Okay.
Like kind of that area.
Wait, don't give out our address, bro.
You already said
You
earlier.
getting doxed right here, man. Doxing yourself. No, but
We're gonna have to
you'll bleep that all out.
Yeah.
But okay, so we get there, and guy's in the back of the patrol car, and he's like saying my chest hurts, whatever. So I'm putting leads on him. Everything's fine. So, but the setup is we're kind of in a rough neighborhood.
Rough, yeah.
Not a lot of folks my color walking around.
You different colors though. Like you red.
Yeah, I'm red, black, green. You know.
Yeah.
But
purple.
You know, whatever. See, I got there out there I'm on. But so this was January of 2018. So there's about 6 police officers around. I'm in the back putting leads on this guy. He's pretty upset. All of a sudden, we hear some of the neighbors like yelling like, "F the police," blah blah blah, and like yelling out some gang related stuff. I'm assuming because I didn't understand a word what they were saying.
Yeah.
And so that kind of chatter comes up, and about 2 or 3 minutes later, it gets a little louder, and then you hear like car doors slamming, and you hear like people leaving their homes, and like they're still saying the same thing, and then homeboy in the patrol car is like, "Goot gang," blah blah blah, like throwing gang signs and stuff. I was like, ooh. So as an EMT,
bro, you're like 7 foot. How you gonna be scared of people?
I'm the biggest target out there, bro. they can, boy, they see me from a mile, like, get that one right there. But see, as EMTs,
get the tallest one.
What's crazy too, because like, you know, we have to wear Kevlar, because a few years ago a guy like responded to like a domestic violence call.
Yeah.
And like opened the door. First thing, husband like shot him in the chest.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
so
brutal.
so we wear Kevlar now, and so sometimes it's kind of hard for people to discern us from like police.
Oh yeah.
So I made sure I like had medic real big on the back. I had like this EMT little hat on. I was like, I'm here to help, man. Like, I'm not here for any of the other business. I can care what kind of drugs you're doing. So, but as an EMT, as a paramedic, you know, you can call scene safety.
Yeah.
So, which basically means like if I see the scene is like unsafe.
Yeah.
For like me and my partner, we can dip.
This
Brother
Saturday.
could be having the worst heart attack he has ever had.
My boy's gonna be gone.
Yeah, we'll be like, and that's exactly what I did. I mean, he was okay. Like I was looking at the leads, he was fine. He like sinus rhythm and stuff. But
yeah.
I looked at my partner. I was like,
It's time to go.
We're out of here, dog. Yeah, no,
time to roll out.
And the guy in the patrol car he was mad. He was like, dude, you're going to leave me? I was like, absolutely. 100%. We're going to get in this little bulletproof box, and I'm going to pedal to the metal until we get right there on Asher and you know.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, that was pretty sketchy. Like that was like one of the days I was like, man, this
ain't for me.
I don't know if this is really it, man. So, but yeah, no, EMT was cool. I just don't, and I also don't fit in the boxes.
Yeah,
well.
You're huge.
Yeah. Oh man, I would literally like my back would be pressed on top of the
really?
box.
All right, let me do the intro since we already started, and let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it, man.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Wall of Friends podcast, where we talk to our friends, ask them what inspires them, what scares them, and more. With you, your two hosts, George
and William.
And today we have a really special guest today. My friend from high school, Big Hayden.
Yeah, what's up, guys? George graduated from Harmony Grove, 2014.
Yeah, 2014. It's been a while. Yes. And there's a reason we called him Big Hayden, because he's no medium size, little size. He's big for a reason. Tell him how tall you are, Hayden.
So I am about 6'11", and it's like 6'7", 7 foot, and about 360. So about the average size of your NFL linebacker or lineman.
That's insane.
I'm big, big guy. And so the story though behind the Big Hayden story was, Hayden McBride, other guy.
Right. Yeah.
So we used to be friends, but I'd say he was little. He wasn't a little guy.
He was kind of like my size. I'm fairly little.
Yeah. Well, but decently average size guy. But like compared to me, he was like.
Yeah.
So so he was little Hayden. I was Big Hayden.
Yeah, sure. I remember that too.
It's crazy, man. I'll still get like kids even in my sister's grade. She's 16.
Yeah.
Are you Big Hayden? I'm like, who are you? That was 7 years ago, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that's cool though, man.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and where you grew up, and
yeah, man. So right now I'm 25. Just graduated from LPN school.
Congrats.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was really way harder than I thought it was going to be. But I work at a psych hospital, like I said, in Little Rock. I've been married it'll be going on 4 years in October.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 4 years.
It's been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long, dude. Yeah, because we got married in October of 2017.
Time flies by, don't it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I got married when I was in high school. I did not know that. I thought it was like not that long ago.
Dude, same thing, man. I wake up and I'm like, oh, we just started dating. Like, no, man.
Yeah.
We've been grown for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
But we have a 20-month-old, like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that.
Close enough.
Yeah. My daughter's 32 months. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
but let's see. Yeah. So I grew up in like the Benton, Haskell area. I was born and raised there. I was born actually in Saline Memorial.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've literally never lived anywhere else
besides Saline County.
Yeah. Now I've worked in Little Rock since I was like 18, but
yeah.
No, man, I've lived there. So, life's been good. I'm super domesticated. Got my little suburb house and and everything, dude. My yard's all cut. And
yeah,
it's real dorky. I kind of don't like it, but it's whatever.
Yeah, man, I'm sure you can change it if the change needs to come.
Yeah,
right?
Well, my white trash side of me is like I should park a lawnmower on the front.
Yeah,
it's like something's missing, like some like plastic flamingos, But yeah, man, life is good.
So tell me a little bit after graduating high school, because I feel like, or after that, like we just kind of like everyone took off on their own path,
Dude.
And like now I'm just kind of like being able to like reconnect throughout like the podcast is a good way like to reconnect with my friends, like catch me up on life. What are you doing? Where'd you go to school at? Well, obviously you played college ball, and just tell us a little bit about that. Yeah,
man. I agree with that. I've maybe, like I was telling him, I've maybe seen like 10 people since we graduated. We graduated like 88 people.
It was like 88, 90. Yeah.
And I've seen like 10 of them. Cause like you said, everybody just kind of does their thing. But yeah, so I graduated. Me and Mitch Scoggins, we went to Arkansas Tech together.
Yeah.
And we roomed together. Boy, that was so fun. But not like in a party way, but it was just like we were just stupid. And so, it
sounds like there's some stories behind that.
Oh, dude, oh, so dumb. But yeah, so we roomed together there for about a year.
I want to know now,
dude. I'm just thinking of all this stuff, man.
It's all good.
It's so stupid. But yeah, so we roomed for a year. And then I never played a minute of college basketball.
You didn't?
Nope.
I thought you did.
I didn't play a minute. Because
Really?
what happened was I was playing basketball. So in between that senior year and that freshman year of college, my senior year of high school, I just that was the first summer I'd had off because I'd played like AAU ball and stuff.
Yeah. Right.
So for like 7 years straight, I did nothing but play basketball. So like for the first time, I was like, I have no obligations to work out or to play or to travel anywhere. Dude, I gained 30 pounds.
Did you really?
I graduated, I was like 240. And then like going into tech, I was like 270.
Really?
Yeah.
Freshman.
Did you not have to do like summer workouts for?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like they send you an email like, run this a day. And it's like, nobody does that. Well, I'm sure people do. I did not. I was right. No, I'm not doing any of that.
he took on freshman 15 seriously.
So basically what happened. So basically I got fat, and so then I played basketball. I was like playing basketball, went up for this dunk and like caught a body on somebody, and when I came down, like shifted my whole right knee.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And like tore my ACL, messed up my meniscus.
During practice or just like
this was actually before I went to tech. This was like I forget what we were doing. It was at some gym. Like we were coming to practice. It was like me and Mitch. I think Mitch was there, and
just kind of getting in shape for college.
Yeah. I was like, I probably should get in shape because I'm going to die when I get there if I don't. So, because boy, college is way different than high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. I just like fell, hurt my knee. I knew I hurt it. I didn't know the extent.
Right.
So I went like 3 months without fixing it. I just like wrapped it up. Yeah, like wrapped it up.
Dang, 3 months.
Mm-hmm. I was like living off of Tylenol and ibuprofen, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it was not good. So I'm in practice at tech. I do like a little post move and like my knee just gives out. I'm just like, oh no. So long story short, ended up having to get it repaired, things like that. So I was off that whole season.
The whole freshman year.
Yeah. And our coach was he was like super disorganized because the guy that recruited me actually left.
Oh, okay.
And went to a different college. So this guy.
Like had no clue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like he didn't really know me. So he didn't like really keep track of me at all. So I would show up to practice like I had obligations, but like I didn't have to go any of the away games.
Oh, really?
No.
So did you get like a full ride or what was the deal?
Full ride.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, man. It's kind of crappy. Like I didn't take advantage of it because I still worked out. Like I really did. I at that moment I was still I had the momentum. I was like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do well. But then that coach just kind of
like he didn't
put much effort in.
Yeah, he didn't put any fire under your belly, huh?
No, yeah, it was pretty much all like self motivation.
Yeah.
Well, just kind of off that like I'm 7 foot. I need to play basketball.
Yeah.
Because at the time I didn't really think in the back of my mind like, oh, there's other ways to go through college instead of just playing sports. Right. So if there's a PSA for kids out there, don't rely on just sports. But
for sure.
Do well in school, kids. But
do well in school.
Do well, because that was my only plan. But so pretty much went through that whole year. Me and Mitch ended up not liking that coach. So we went to Lyon College, and this is when I got healthy. I was able to play and stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember he woke us up. His name's Coach Tapp. He woke us up at like 5 a.m. We had to drive to some other like high school gym because Lyon College is really small.
Yeah, you're right.
We went to another high school gym and we were like running in the rain.
Really?
Right? And so here's the deal. So he was like wanting us to run like a 5-minute mile.
That's insane. That's not possible.
Dude, I think in the best shape I could ever be in, I don't think physically I could do it. I
think probably like if I'm like strict on my diet, like run every day, probably the fastest I can probably run a mile is probably like 6.
Oh, dude. I'm doing good to just run a mile.
Yeah.
Just finishing.
I mean, average right now, I probably can run one like if I were to like go ham, probably like 8 minutes, and that's still not very good.
Oh, dude, yeah, I think in the best shape. I mean, if I was just seriously hauling tail, I think I'd still be like 12 minutes. Like it would not be good. I'm just big, man. Like Like you don't drag race 18-wheelers. I'm sure somebody does.
Yeah, exactly.
But they go 65 for.
You're a freaking tank.
Yeah, I'm a tank, man.
Yeah.
I am not a fast build. But so I'm sitting there and we're running, and I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, this sucks so freaking bad. I'm wet. I'm freaking running. I'm tired. And this coach. So here's the deal. Here's another thing what made me mad.
So I guess you got polar opposites, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that was the day for sure. I lost all my drive to play basketball.
Yeah.
I love the game. Oh, but dude, I was tired of it. I was like, nope. Because I wasn't gonna go pro.
Yeah.
People all the time, they're like, why aren't you playing basketball right now? Well, I wasn't that good. I was okay. I was okay to get D2 college basketball scholarships, but to go play with Bobby Portis and those guys, Bobby Portis would put 50 on me right now. It would be no contest. He would school
How tall
me.
is he?
He's like 6. I think he's like 6'10", 6'11".
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the first time I met Bobby Portis.
Oh, you met him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where
so
at?
we were. It was a basketball camp. I think I was like 10th grade. I think, and so Bobby used to be a point guard, and then he had a big growth spurt.
Yeah.
And so he got really tall, but he's super lanky,
Right.
And I was always kind of thick. So when I saw him, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I'm about to mess this boy up. He has because I got 50 pounds on him.
Yeah.
Nah, son, his footwork was way past mine. Oh, he schooled me bad, real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got another funny story about the first time I ever got dunked on. But so long story
Oh
short.
shoot! I remember the first time Hayden tried to dunk in what was it in I think 8th grade basketball.
Was it?
In that rinky-dink school way in the freaking Oaks or
Was Coach Moore coaching?
Coach Moore was coaching.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I got stuffed, didn't I?
Yeah.
It did not go well.
No.
No.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. You're
No,
good, dude.
go ahead about you talking
No,
about.
yeah, but so long story short, I end up. Oh no. Here's what made me mad. So we're scrimmaging. I have 25 points on this other guy on the basketball team at Lion.
Right.
He was good, but I was just I just had a really good game, and I was feeling myself, whatever. And coach pulled me aside. He was like, "Yeah, but do you know what you didn't do?" I'm like, "What did I not do? I had 25 points, 10 rebounds. What else do you want from me?"
Yeah, right. That's your job.
Yeah, he was like, "You didn't shoot a jump hook." I was like, "I didn't do a what? I had 25, dog. What do you?" I was like, "Okay, whatever." Because some coaches are like that. They're just
nothing. Not good enough, basically, right?
Well, yeah, or they just have this certain way they want their players to play.
Yeah.
And if they're not doing it, it doesn't matter if they're dropping the points or not, if they're winning or scoring and things like that. But they just nope, he didn't do that, so he's not that good.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
That's what happened in Benton. So when I went there my 10th grade year,
Yeah, I remember you moving. Everyone's making a big deal. I remember everyone in the basketball team were dang, he just kind of left us for a bigger school.
Yeah.
Which it was understandable, honestly.
Well, but here's what happened. Yeah, so I went there and I hate Benton. I say that I don't hate Benton. Benton was okay, the school wise and stuff, but I ain't gonna say his name just because I don't want to trash anybody, but. It's real cliquey,
Yeah.
Graham Gardner, though, so he actually passed away. He was another big guy. He was super cool though, man.
I feel bad for laughing because you're I can't say any names, but I'm gonna say this name because he passed away.
Because he's gone, so he can't.
He can't come back, or can he?
Yeah, no joke. No, he was super cool, man. He used to give me rides. He would pick me up and take me rides to basketball practice and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was the only nice guy on the team, minus the bench warmers I sat with because I warmed the bench. I didn't play a lick, dude.
You didn't play in
Benton?
No, because
bro, all our plays in Harmony Grove were designed towards you.
Yeah, I know. So I went there though because the coach was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna develop you. We're gonna do this, and that." And like you said, it was a bigger school. I was like, "Okay,
yeah, I'll
get a little more coverage and stuff." And no, man, I didn't play a lick. So that coach was the same way, just didn't care. And he was one of those that if you didn't if you didn't play the way he wanted you to play, it didn't matter if you were scoring or if you were athletic or being successful.
You were gonna sit the bench.
You were gonna sit the bench. And what he liked to do is he wanted me to basically get behind the defender and kind of push him up and catch the lob. But I mean, a defender's gonna see a 7-foot dude doing that, and they're gonna come over and help. It's whatever. But Benton itself was real cliquey. It was real preppy.
Yeah.
I don't mind preppy people, but when you get 100 or more in congregation, it just starts to stink real bad. But Benton was okay. But
jeez, our ratings for Benton's gonna go down.
Man, dude, I don't know, man. Benton's too big. There was 800 kids in my class. No joke. That's not even an exaggeration. 800 kids.
You went from 800 to 88.
Dude, yes. And it was I love Harmony Grove. Harmony Grove is man, that's the place to be. I don't know about it now, just because everything's so different.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But yeah, no, Benton was cool. But then, like, of course, my senior year, it was all right. But that's kind of what I was talking about. It's just that coach that doesn't matter how you do, if you're not playing exactly how you wanted to play, boy, if you get Mitch on here, he would really get in on it. Which, by the way, also Mitch is the new
coach
at Harmony Grove.
Assistant coach at Harmony Grove. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. I'm sure we're gonna have him here sometime.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. Yeah. We need to get me and him on here.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna save some of the college stories.
For
that because, oh man, it's bad. So, where were we, man? Yeah. So
you were like, at that moment, you were running, like, and you were soaking wet, and you're like,
yeah, man. I just I remember passing the assistant coach, and he's like, "You got it, man." And I was like, "No,
Screw you.
don't, dude. I sure don't. I'm out of here, man." He was like, "What?" I was like, "I quit." Like, straight up. Yeah, there was no meeting with the coach.
Yeah.
It was like right there. I was like, "Nah, son, I'm done." So
Yeah.
I go home, and kind of sitting there like, that was my only option at the time. I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, "What am I gonna do now, dude?"
yeah, what's next?
So I ended up working at Cracker Barrel.
You worked at Cracker Barrel?
I did, man.
The one in Benton?
Mm-hmm.
What you do there?
I was a waiter. Dude, I gave so much free food away.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
I gave so much free food.
So much free. I ate so much cornbread and gave so much food away. Because like what they would do there. So, and so. When I would hide all my food in like really tall places, like so
really,
like the manager, because like
so
they would get mad at me for eating it, so they wouldn't see it. Yeah, so I had like a big thing of like sweet tea, and I would have all my cornbread up there. And, dude, I ate so much. But like, if a table, like, so let's say they ordered, and I went and put their order in, like, and I came back and they were like, "Oh, can we add this?" And if it was something that like the cooks didn't have to cook, they just like put it in a bowl.
Yeah.
I wouldn't charge them for it. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was go to the cook and be like, "Oh, we need to add that." They would ask no questions.
Yeah.
I just put it in the bowl.
Nice.
So, and like people would get their ticket and they would look at me and I would just look at them and be like, "Hey man,
were you at least tip well? Did they?
No, I guess I was ugly. I don't know, man, because I worked with some women that straight brought some money home, dude.
Really?
I was like, yeah, like one chick had like $100 tip. I was like, man, let some sugar mama walk up in here, dude.
Yeah.
I swear, but oh man, but. No, it was okay. I tell you what, though.
Yeah.
I still have nightmares about not getting drinks out fast enough.
Really?
I have worked in the medical field since I was 19, man.
Yeah.
Never once had a nightmare of like not like doing something wrong or like hurting somebody.
Yeah.
I still to this day I wake up nervous. I didn't get those drinks out, man.
No way.
Swear.
That's
stressful.
insane.
That was the most stressful job I've ever had.
Yeah. So after that, what was?
I worked there, and then I started at Baptist as a tech. On the ortho floor, and then I did that for like 2 years, and that's what kind of got me, like, both my parents are nurses, but that's kind of what really got me excited about nursing.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I could really do this.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed it. I like taking care of people, but I also kind of like having a skill set that like not a lot of people have, kind of like a trade.
Yeah.
So man, I did that. Then I was an EMT for like no joke, like 6 months. So it was cool.
Yeah.
I liked the medical aspect. I freaking hate driving Little Rock though.
Right.
Oh, that's the worst ever. They say it's a grid, like downtown and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a freaking lie. That's a lie. Whoever Arkansas Department of Transportation. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know who wrote those roads up, but whatever. And so what did I do after that? Went and worked at the state hospital. I've been there for 3 years. I was like a phlebotomist, like I drew blood and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got my LPN.
Nice.
So and in between time, like I said, got married and then had a kid, man.
So where'd you meet your wife?
I met her at
Tinder. No, I'm just kidding.
no. Met a few on there, but not non-marriage material. But
not wifey material.
Woo, no, not wifey. I know it sounds bad when people are like, yeah, I met
no,
her.
I was just joking. I know people like who've met their.
You know people that been married off of Tinder.
Yeah.
No
way. When I was like in college, this guy from South Africa, Nick, I guess Tinder was just popping. It just started off or whatever, and I guess he met his now wife back in like 2014, 2015, and they've been married or known each other since, and they've been together ever since.
Tinder for the win, man.
Yeah.
It's not just booty calls. It's marriage, too.
I guess so.
Not just Netflix and chill. It's Hulu and commitment over here. But, no, I met her in church, actually. So I got done with a relationship, and my dad was going to church with her in Conway.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of a funny story. So he sends me a text. He's like, man, because my wife's like 6'1".
Right, yeah.
So
the baby's going to be huge.
Yeah, she's like the size of our doctor said like a big 3-year-old.
Really?
She's huge, man.
D1 athlete?
Do I want athletes?
No, is she going to be a D1 athlete?
Oh, man. I hope so. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be dope. My wife's like, I hope she's not tall. Like, too bad.
Yeah.
That's not really an option, man.
That train done left the
station.
station.
Yeah, that wasn't even an option.
Yeah,
so, yeah, you should have started smoking if you wanted that to be the thing. But, but what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So sends me a text. He's like, because I didn't really go to church at the time. Like I frequent church now. So
yeah.
But at the time I was like, Dad, I can't pull a church girl. Come on, man.
Yeah. It wasn't your cup of tea at the time.
Oh no, it's definitely my cup of tea. I'm all about some church women now. But I was too wild to hold any of those down. And because I was cool to hang out with, but I'd say something, they would be like, you look like a little sinner. I'm out of here. But so I go to church there. I just got done with a night shift. So I'm like in my scrubs or whatever. Go there, and like she's singing on stage, and I'm like, man, this girl's really cute. I'm gonna try. I probably will fail, but I will
shoot
try.
my shot. I'm a basketball player.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Exactly. Yeah.
But so like the pastor's like, everybody stand up and go meet somebody new, and I was like, here's my chance, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to go Mac right now in the house of the Lord. So I go to find her, and she like runs off. I didn't know she ran off at the time, but I could not find her. I was like, what the heck? So my dad's like, her dad's over there. And so I was like, oh, okay. Well, this was like a special day. It was like around Christmas time, so they were having like a little Christmas special, and I didn't know this. It was like this was in Conway. Her parents live in Monticello, but I didn't know this at the time.
Oh my goodness!
That's a fat drive.
So like I go over there to meet her dad. I'm like, hey man, my name's Hayden. I'm Buck's son. He was like, okay. And I was like, awesome. This is going great. I'm killing it right now. Thank you so much, sir. You have a good day. And like wouldn't even shake my hand. I had my hand out.
Yeah.
He was just like looking at me. And I was like, okay.
He was doing the COVID thing, pre-COVID.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. No, like seriously, he looked at me like I was crazy. He was like, okay, awesome. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. And so I go sit back down. I'm like, well, I blew this, So I just was kind of sitting there, just listening or whatever. But then I ended up bumping into her after, and here we are, man. 4 years later. I almost goofed it up several times though, like big time. Like, let's say my 21st birthday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, because like me and Bex don't drink now, whatever. But like, at the time, it was my 21st birthday. Come on,
right? Yeah.
And I didn't know the Lord like I do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
the Lord did turn the water into wine. You know what I'm saying?
But, she did not know I was going to party that day. But my plan was I text her. I was like, hey, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm kind of busy. I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm super sorry. That's fine.
You're like,
that's fine.
Yeah. So I, first off, when I texted her, I did not shower for at least a day. So then I was just like, well, I'm not going to shower now because I'm not coming over. Yeah, no, it was gross. And so, because I was just hanging out with the guys,
Yeah.
And open the door, and she like is staring at me, and I'm like totally toasted, dude. Like I'm gone. Like I almost don't even see her, and she's looking like really like so cute, man.
Like cleaned up and everything.
Cleaned up, yeah, because like, it's like January, bro. She's got like the layers on.
Mm-hmm.
She's got like the nice little scarf. Her hair's all done. She's
you haven't showered all day?
No,
in 2 days, bro.
2 days.
Oh, you can see it on my Instagram. There's a video
Yeah.
of like her singing "Happy Birthday" to me. I'm the greasiest man in Saline County. I swear, I'm the greasiest dude. I could slip anywhere I wanted to. So, boy, it was bad. And so yeah, she answers, and then so I'm trying to hold it together like my drunk self can. I'm just like, oh, come on in,
Right.
So I have a drink. I'm not sure how strong it is, but I lay it down, and she picks it up to like take a drink. She's like thirsty, and I was like, no.
She's like, I just had a long drive from Conway. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. She doesn't drink at all, and again, like still like we don't drink at all.
Right,
so,
right.
So yeah, she takes a drink and she goes, it's a little strong. And I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, well, there goes that. I just ruined that, man.
Yeah.
I was like, the only girl with sustenance I've ever had, I did out the window. But now she's still kicking around, man.
That's good.
Dealing with me every day. That's a lot. Yeah, boy. But so then we had Nora, and Nora in December of 19. She's great, man. Being a dad's the coolest thing ever. Yeah, it's super cool. I don't get it.
Yeah. What day in December?
December 13th, Friday the 13th.
Really?
Matter of fact, on a full moon.
Mm.
Yeah, boy. So, but no, man, she's super sweet, dude. She's so funny. I laugh more at that little girl than anything. Man.
Did you ever thought you were gonna be a dad at 25?
No. Oh, I had no clue. To be honest, I had no plan for my life. Like, I was 21, and if you were like, "What are you gonna do in 5 years?" I was like, I'll be breathing, I think. So, that's about the only.
So how was that process from like not having really sure what you had planned ahead to like to figuring it out? Because a lot of people out there, they were kind of at your point, or they are at where you're at 21. Like they're trying to figure it out. So what helped you figure out what you wanted in life?
Really, Becca, man. She kind of. I wouldn't say like pushed me, but she, motivated me to okay, well now, I'm in this relationship, and I want to marry her. So I need to do something. And I know I needed to do something. I just didn't have a plan yet. So I kind of, sit down and do some research like, I can get this scholarship, or, if I do this, I can get that, and things like that. But really, not to bring the vibe down or anything, but my mother passed away March 1st of 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she died from liver failure.
Oh, really?
And so Becca was with me through that whole process, man. She was a rock for real.
Yeah.
And of course, as guys, we kind of hold everything in. So I mean, that wasn't like some emotional wreck or anything. But there was a few days, man, it got pretty heavy. And
that's.
And I think if I didn't have Becca, oh man, yeah, I wouldn't be like a bum, but I wouldn't be here for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was there through it all, kind of saw me at my lowest point, and so. Funny story about. I got a lot of those, but funny story about how I decided to marry her. So I knew I was going to marry her. I didn't really have a plan yet because I just was kind of
winging it, sort of.
Just kind of winging it. Yeah,
go with the flow.
Yeah, kind of go with the flow. I'm still 21. My brain is so I don't really. I'm just kind of floating around like some amoeba in the wind or whatever. So. But we go to visit her grandmother for the first time in Memphis. Most of her family lives in Memphis.
Okay, yeah.
And so her grandma's 90. At this point, she's 92. Sweet little old lady, man. I love that woman. She's awesome. But so we go to meet her, and we're sitting there with her, and Becca's like, I'm going to go visit my aunt. And her aunt lives across the hall. They're kind of not in an assisted living area, but kind of a
apartments or what complex.
Yeah, they have a nurse come by every week and kind of check on them and stuff. And so she goes to the other end of the hallway. Well, grandmother grabs my hand. And she's like, "Come look at my jewelry." And I was like, "Okay," because you're gonna tell a 92-year-old lady no. And so, so she walks me in and opens this jewelry box and is "Show me all this stuff." And it's really cool. I mean, it's cool stuff. And she's like, "And here's the ring I got married in." I was like, "That's cool." And she was like, "You can have it." And I was like,
No, thank you. I don't want that juju on me.
Oh no, like I said, I knew I was gonna get married, but again, I just didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
So it kind of hit me like a rock. I was like, oh, she's giving this to me to marry Becca.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so that wasn't the push to marry her, but it definitely made it a lot easier for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
shout out grandma, right?
Yeah, dude. Shout out grandmother, But what was funny, man? So she set us down before we left. She's like, "I'm gonna read y'all a Bible verse," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
She sits down and she opens it up and she goes, "It's better to get married than to burn with passion." basically saying premarital sex will get you to hell. And we were like, all right, grandmother, we'll see you later, man.
Grandma was like making sure you were doing the right thing.
Grandmother's a savage, man.
All grandmas are savages.
Dude,
I love them.
all of them. Oh, man. The best one, though, is my Aunt Maxine.
Yeah.
She's on my dad's side. So it's my dad's aunt. So really it's like my great aunt. Dude, no filter, man.
I love it.
Oh, I love it. And so, I mean, because she's going to say some hateful stuff to you, but it's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. Like, let's see. For instance, okay, so my grandmother, so my nanny on my dad's side, she was like she was in her late 80s when she passed.
Yeah.
And, she smoked a lot or whatever, but she kind of had like kyphosis, which means like her back was real slumped over.
Yeah.
She had that for like, I think like 20 or some odd years. And it was pretty significant. And, so when she passes, this is like what, 2013? She passes, her sister, which is my Aunt Maxine, walks up to the coffin. Of course she's sad. It's her sister. She's crying, but she looks down and she goes, I haven't seen Louise lay flat in 20 years. And then scoots off. Like nothing, like she just didn't say that. We were just like, this is in the middle of the funeral. Yeah. This is like everybody's seen her for the last time. I was like, whoa. And then when my mother passed away, so my dad was married to a woman before my mother, and she ended up passing away too. I think she passed away from like cancer or something. And so then the day of my mom's memorial, she calls us, and she goes, we put her on speakerphone. She doesn't know she's on speakerphone, but she calls my dad. And she goes, well, Buck, you buried another one, didn't you?
No way.
Gosh. Dude. And you would think that would probably hurt my feelings, but I laughed so freaking hard, dude. I just thought, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. You can't, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was like, whoa. And then, so then the one more. And so she's full of them. When I was like 16, we were at my nanny's house. And I've got a cousin who had a baby kind of early. She had some tattoos.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't say anything about tattoos. But
right.
She had some tattoos, right? And Aunt Maxine didn't get down with that at all. But we're sitting there, and Aunt Maxine's like, come here. Talking about my cousin. She walks over there, and she grabs her arm. She looks at it. She looks back at her and goes, tattoos are for whores. You could have bought Pampers with all those. Don't you know? You have a baby. And I was just like, whoa. That's the first time I had really seen Aunt Maxine in full action.
Yeah.
I spit my food out. I was like, whoa, man. Whoa, that didn't just happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, savage, man. Savage old lady. I love that woman, though. She's awesome.
So going back to, I guess, like your early age days, when did you know that you were like way bigger than everyone else and like
first grade?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, really? Like second grade, I was in Miss Hawkins' class.
Yeah.
And I was 5 foot. I remember like her measuring me and like freaking out. She was like, "You're 5 foot," and of course, like second grade me's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So I've always I've always been big.
Yeah.
And really I didn't even know 5 foot was big for a second grader until I told that story like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody else freaked out. They were like, "You were 5 foot?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, that's pretty big.
I don't know. I don't know any other. Other height than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, kind of my whole life. Like sometimes it still trips me out though. I'll see me standing next to somebody, and I'm like, dang, I'm a big dude. And I mean, I know it's kind of like fuels my ego or whatever, but I even surprised myself. And like even other big guys, even if they're like an inch or two smaller than me, I'm still just like, dang, that's a big dude,
Yeah.
But there's a few of them walking around, man. Like I met a kid at Kroger the other day. I say the other day, it was like 2 years ago. But he was like 7'1", because like I can see over the aisles, and like no one's staring back at me. So I'm just looking, being nosy, and I see him, and so my eyes cut off about like right here on the aisle. He's like right here.
No way.
So I was like, dude, this guy's big.
He said, I see you, you see me, we see each other.
Oh, we lock eyes, and I run over to him. I'm like, I gotta see this dude. So I'm like running over there, and I asked him, I'm like, man, how tall are you? He was like 6'8". I'm like, no freaking way, dude. I'm 6'11", a hard 6'11". You gotta be like 7'1". He was like, really? I'm like, if there's one man in Saline County that knows, it's your boy. Yeah. And so I ended up getting a picture with him. I'll have to show y'all, man. And super cool kid. And like he doesn't play. Like he doesn't look. He didn't play any sports, so I didn't want to ask him like, you play basketball? Cause I get that all the time.
Right. How do you feel about that? Like, like did you feel pressure into playing basketball just because you were so tall?
No.
Do you like being tall?
Yeah, I like being tall. It's kind of annoying sometimes, like when you're trying to find shoes, because I wear like a size 17.
Yeah.
So like shoes, pants. I'll see an outfit. I'm like, man, that looks dope, and I'll go, that probably won't look good on me, because one, I can't find it my size. Two,
what size are you?
Like pants wise, I think I'm like a 42, 40. Yeah, big boy stuff.
40.
Yeah, big boy. Yeah, and it's all stretchy too, man. I wear all the stretchy stuff because
right,
that's the best. And so I think t-shirt wise, I wear like a 3X. I think like a 2 or 3X.
That's not bad.
Yeah. T-shirts aren't too bad to find.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're a little short, but yeah,
Crop top buddy, bro.
Yeah. I know, right? Like your gut's hanging out. Like I have no choice. Like I've been crop topping it since first grade, baby. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
And then I love how the high water's in style now too.
Yeah.
Because I remember I got roasted in high school for like having high water jeans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it was Austin Brady that roasted me. No, yeah. I mean, me and him are cool now.
Yeah.
But I remember I had these. That's a big dude. I had these pants, man. I had these boots on, and I remember him like roasting me. He was like, "Bro, I can see your ankles and all this stuff." I was like, "Dang." I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Now
people might. Well, I've done this myself. Like we even roll up or.
Yeah. Oh, I do it now too. I when I wear scrubs, I have like the joggers, and I got like. I mean, I'm now kind of like a sneakerhead almost, like at work. Yeah. Because I wear like different shoes and stuff. Cause that's like the cool thing, I guess, now. And I got the money now, so what's up?
You balling. He got the Air One Dior's, huh?
I'm clearance balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got those in the 17? Like, yeah, they've been here for 3 years. Like, yeah, let me cop them bad boys. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, like I'll kind of roll them up, or like if they're kind of hanging high, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, being tall is cool, especially now that I've got like my wife's like 6'1".
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. I drove a Prius though, believe it or not, for like 2 years.
What do you drive now? You a big truck, right?
Yeah. Just one of those. It's like the Ford F-150.
Yeah,
one of the new ones or whatever.
Right.
Not me to brag or anything. No, they're so expensive, it's unreal. But they actually bought my broke up old Prius though. Man, I drove that thing to the ground. Oh, I'm talking. All the lights came on.
What'd you get a Prius?
Man.
Old cars for a tall guy.
Yeah, dude. Well, it had a lot of room, believe it or not. Like a lot of leg room. Let me say that. My shoulders were a little crunched in. Like if I had a passenger, I kind of just had all the space. They kind of sit there in the corner like all that. But no, I like my truck now, man. It's dope. But let's see, man. Yeah, no, being tall is cool. It's a lot more accessible to be tall now too, though, because like 10th grade, if I wanted a pair of shoes, I just had to hope some other big dude was on eBay selling his shoes, because like there was no other website.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling us like you ordered something on eBay and it just came like toilet paper or
yeah. Dude, I ordered
Wait, what?
I ordered like some basketball shoes one time, and it came in. It was toilet paper and fish weights, man. They got me bad. And they got me bad, dude. It was like $60 for these basketball shoes. My dad was pissed. But like eBay, it was kind of like the wild west even back then. Like, so there really wasn't like a lot of regulations, Right. Like now you get like PayPal and stuff, but you can dispute it. Back then it was just like, gotcha, homie, and they were gone. And so, dude, I forgot about that. There's a lot of stuff.
Funny, I remember that story.
Oh man, I was so mad. I was so pumped for those shoes too. I was psyched when they came in. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear these. I'm gonna tie them up, and it was toilet paper, dude. Whack! I was so mad.
Funny.
Man.
So has there ever been a time whenever like you're like in uncertainty of doubt, or we weren't sure what your next move was? Obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How were you able to?
Like definitely the day I quit basketball, because like my dad was like really disappointed and stuff. Of course, he's like super proud of me now.
Right.
But yeah, that was the day I was probably like, okay, what am I gonna do? And there was like a week there, like I just didn't do anything. I was just in the house. I had no money, and so of course I was only like 19, so it was not like it was I wasn't like in my 30s and in my car or something.
No.
So. But yeah, that was kind of the. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because at the time I didn't want to be a nurse, because like both my parents were nurses. I was like, I'm gonna try something different,
Right. Yeah.
But now I love it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had no plan.
So how is it now? You know, being a nurse. What do you like? And
I love.
Tell us a little bit about your job.
Yeah, dude. So again, so I work at the Arkansas State Hospital. It's an acute psychiatric hospital. And I work with psych patients, man. I'm on an all male unit. All of my guys are pretty much court ordered there, and most of them are like for petty stuff. Usually like petty drugs or something like that, or maybe they're like loitering. But then they did like an evaluation, and they're like, "Oh man, this man's like really sick, like mentally ill."
Right.
So like they come to us, and so I love all my guys, man. They're great. It's fun to work there, man.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of cool too when you have breakthroughs with them.
Yeah.
This wasn't one of my patients, but there was a kid who kind of in and out of juvie kind of jail situation.
Yeah.
He was like 17, and I was talking with him, and he was like really upset. I'm like, man, I was like, but you're not getting it, because his problem was that he was seeing his situation at that moment, and he was like making that out to be like the rest of his life. Like,
right.
That was like this was gonna be the rest of his life. It was like, no, dude, you're just 17.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a little blip of what you could be.
Yeah.
And that was kind of nice because like he never thought of it like that before, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
He probably didn't have any guidance,
Zero, man. Yeah, he was like on his own. I mean, I think his dad was kind of in and out of jail, and like maybe he turned his life around. I think is what he said. But like people, you can just tell he's been wrote off quite a bit.
Yeah.
And for good reason. I mean, I think he was in there for like stealing, and like I think he was stealing at like gunpoint and stuff like that.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was not good. But he was going to jail like for sure for like a year. He was like super upset about it. I'm like, man, look, just serve your time. Do good, learn from it. And when you get out, you'll be 18. Like none of this stuff will really be on your record. It's like you have a chance to turn your life around. Like you don't have to be like a product of your situation or your like environment.
Yeah.
Like you can make your own decisions and go, okay, I'm not going to be this guy.
Right.
I think that's like what you're talking about, kind of like that moment of like, okay, what's my plan?
Right. Yeah.
And you kind of want to revert back to what you're normally used to doing, which for me was just sitting on the couch playing Call of Duty. But like to him was like, all I know is stealing people's stuff and doing drugs with my buddies. And I was like, dude, you don't have to be that.
Yeah, if you want to change, you got to do something different.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I just gave him like a timeline. I wrote it out, and I was like, okay, so like life expectancy normally is like 70 years, right?
Yeah.
You're just 17. That's literally just a little inch compared to like this whole foot.
Yeah.
Of
Right.
timeline.
Yeah.
I was like, you haven't even started living life yet, brother.
Right.
That like blew his mind. So hopefully I got through to him. I haven't talked to him since. I think he discharged, so I don't know where. Oh, he's in jail. I know where he's at, but yeah, I know where he's at. Hope he's doing good though, for real. I really do.
Yeah.
I hope maybe.
Oh, so this was recently, not too long ago. Okay.
Yeah. Like literally like a month ago.
Oh wow, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. No, he's definitely just starting. I usually like talk to people, who kind of have like that same mentality or whatever. Well, I guess I started thinking that way because I'm getting older, so I'm like, I don't want to think I'm getting as old. But I think I'm of life as like I like to relate it to sports.
Mm-hmm.
So football, you said like I like to round it up to like maybe like 80, rather than 70.
Yeah. 80 sounds nice.
So let's say
75.
85, 90. Yeah, let's shoot for 90, man.
So if we're talking about 80, I think 20. It's like you divide it in quarters. There's 4 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished my first quarter. I'm barely starting on my second quarter.
Yeah, man.
By the time you're 40, you're at halftime.
Yeah, you've got more life in front of you than you've already lived.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that's what you just gotta. You can't forget that. You don't. And it's easy to do. You don't want to get caught in this situation and think like, oh crap, and start panicking.
Right.
And think, okay, like what am I going to do? Because then when you panic, you're not really thinking clearly, and you, like you said, you revert back to your old stuff.
Yeah.
And then you never really get to that next level because you're just stuck in that old kind of that rat race.
Yeah, you're stuck in that same mindset.
Yeah, just like the old habits of like let's say after you get done with college, you're just like, oh man, I have like no plan, and you're like, I'm working at Splash now. And then that's like all so you end up staying at Splash. You kind of do the same thing over and over, which isn't bad. It's not a bad thing, but if you want to succeed, further than that or do something different.
Gotta try something new.
Yeah. It's
bro,
really
you see what you say with Splash, bro? Splash Corporate, they listen to this stuff.
Yeah. No. I know. I think no, seriously, no. But there have been people that have made careers like they've started out as a cashier at McDonald's and now they're like owning 3 or 4 of them. I mean, that's the thing,
right?
But it's just getting out there and just doing it.
Yeah, right.
You know, stepping out.
Absolutely. No one's gonna work for you. No one's gonna go out and do your dream for you. No one's gonna hand you anything in life.
Well, and not even just in the workplace, but just like just like life in general. You know, it's how do I put it? It's like it's okay to like adapt to your environment, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like you don't necessarily want to change the way you are fundamentally, like things that make George, right?
Right.
But there are things that you can do because like you hear all the time, like I'm me, and you know that's just who it is. Well, those people usually have bad attitudes, and they sometimes get far in life, and that sucks. But the people that you see that are successful, whether it is like relationships or work or just them as in character, is that they're able to flex. And kind of change their environment,
Right.
But still keep things that are them.
Yeah, keep like the things that they find valuable to their life. Keep them, and the things that could improve, remove those and put new.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Like kind of like have like the inner value, things that you enjoy that don't necessarily have to involve other people. That you keep to, you don't have to necessarily keep it to yourself, but just those things don't have to change. But like, to be more successful, if your job is wanting you to act a certain way, well then it's okay to act a certain way. Like you're not giving up. Unless it's like not morally, what you would say, like morally good, or if it goes completely against your character, But it's okay to flex and be like, yeah, I can be this person while I'm here. That's fine. It's not, it's like not a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And same with relationships. It's okay. Like you don't have to give up everything, but it's okay to flex and say like compromise and go, okay, I can change it about my life if that makes you happier. But you want to also find a partner that does that for you as well.
Yeah, the partner that is going to make you better.
Mm-hmm.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So going back to like, a little bit to kind of that tattoo story about your cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your tattoos and what they mean and why did you decide to get them and,
I got my first one. I was 18 and I got this one on my arm right here.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same one that my grandpa had.
Okay.
And I forget about it, to be honest. I'll like see it sometimes. I'm like, oh, I forget I've got that,
Yeah.
But let's see. So like the deer on my arm, that's a matching tattoo with my dad.
Okay.
He got the Browning symbol, and I was like, I'm not really a Browning kind of guy, so I had this on my phone for like a long time.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Soldier, a lot of people are like, what does it mean? Buffalo Soldier, I just like the way it looked.
Yeah.
On a piece of paper.
There's no meaning to it.
Yeah. No, not really. I like Native Americans. Native Americans are cool, but no meaning. The Arkansas, they were doing a toy drive in Russellville.
Yeah.
So I brought a toy and I was like, I want this tattoo, and so that's what I got. So, the rose with the nurse in it. People think it's a nun. It's a nurse. but that's So that's my mother.
Okay.
Let's see. This is like one of my favorite ones right here. That's a rooster.
Yo, that looks nice.
Yeah, it's a rooster on top of a cabbage plant. And it says like whatever. So, my grandmother's house was decked out in rooster stuff.
Yeah.
And then like my favorite thing she made was cabbage soup and like cabbage and stuff.
Okay.
And like her favorite catchphrase was like whatever.
Okay.
You'd be like, hey, happy birthday, Grandma. Like whatever. She was sweet though. She was really sweet, but like everything
that was her thing.
Yeah, everything was like whatever.
So
what's up?
No, yeah, continue.
Oh, you're good. So it's kind of like a little ode to Arkansas.
Jeez, that's the whole town.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's Haskell. No,
Pretty
much. I don't know what town that is, man. I just like the picture of it. And then, so my most like redneck tattoo. So I've got a catfish on a stump playing guitar.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So I traded a gun for that tattoo.
No way.
Yeah. So I had a kayak on Facebook Swap Shop, and this guy messaged me. He was like, "Hey, do you want to trade a gun for it?" I was like, "Sure, that's fine." But he sent me a picture. So I don't know how familiar you are with like AR-15s or whatever. But so the gun he showed me. So your gun barrel has to be like a certain length.
Yeah.
for you to have like what you call like an adjustable stock on the back. And if it's not that certain length, it's considered like basically just like a shorter. I'm not sure of the terminology because I'm not a huge gun nut or anything, but it's super illegal, like federal prison time. It's bad unless you have like the papers for it.
Yeah.
And so this guy sends me this picture, and I'm like, that gun is so illegal, but I will totally trade for it. And so I trade the kayak for it, and I take it straight to a gun shop. I'm like, change this, stock or whatever on it. And so I do. So I'm showing my tattoo artist because, matter of fact, shout out to Three Kings Tattoo in Benton. That's my boy.
A shout out to Three Kings.
Shout out to Three Kings. If you ever want a tattoo, that's my boy. But it's just like a little one-man shop. But I'm showing him, and he's like, would you trade for that? I'm like, yeah. Like, what would you trade? And he was like, what if I, like just give you a tattoo for it? And I was like, yeah, I can get down with that. So that's exactly what I did. And so that's why I sent him. I was like, I want a catfish on a stump playing guitar. And he was like, that's the countryest thing I think I've ever put on somebody. That's so bad. I'm not even really that country, I would say.
Yeah, you're not.
No, really not.
In high school, you weren't even that. You didn't even wear boots in high school.
I didn't even wear closed-toed shoes in high school, man. I wore those Jordan slides every day.
Oh, that's right. I think so.
Jordan slides and socks, baby.
Yeah.
I think I wore Sperry's my senior year.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, no, I really, and even now, I'm like that. I'm like, my wife calls me fake country. I'm like a wannabe cowboy.
No, that's all good. So what did Becca think about the tattoos, especially being so...
she doesn't like that they cost money, but she does like them, though.
Okay, yeah.
Which was the most expensive one?
Ooh, the one on my chest, I've got like a big piece of my chest. It was like $650. But I've probably spent about $2,000 on the tattoos on my arm just over the years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one took the longest?
Ooh, so I got the rose and the rooster done the same day, and that was like an all day from 2 to 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's brutal.
I wish I would have split it up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because there's a few times you could tell he just got like a little tired.
Yeah.
Not necessarily his fault. I mean, he's been working like the whole time.
Yeah.
And so of course he does like free touch ups and stuff. So I got to go in there and finish it up. But yeah, that's probably the longest.
Next time you go get a tattoo, can I like write on you?
Sure.
All right. That's the second person.
That's the second person?
Well, that's the second person that said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't care. I want to get like some goofy tattoos too. Just a few of them, like nothing too big. Like I want to get Hank Hill's face on a propane tank, like right there. That'd be cool. Just for people to be like, what? And then I want a Bigfoot tattoo.
Do you?
Yeah.
In your back?
I don't know, man. Either on my left arm or maybe like one of my thighs. Just blast that whole thing out.
Yeah. Or maybe like you can finish the sleeve here and then like have a Bigfoot tattoo, like on the other side, cross-sided.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people like having like cross-sided thing.
Just the whole thing. Yeah, that'd be dope, man. Yeah, I plan on getting both of my arms done.
Oh, both of them?
Mm-hmm. Oh, like my plans are to basically be tatted from the collarbone down by the time I'm like. I would like to be like by 40, I think. I would like to have all that done.
Like your whole body and everything?
The whole thing. And then when I turn 70, I'm getting a face tattoo. Straight up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to Post Malone it out, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 70. Like what? I'm going to get hired somewhere?
Right,
no.
yeah.
Where at in your face?
I don't know. I like that stay tired under his eyes. That's
really
pretty cool. Yeah, I love Post Malone. I like the little barbed wire on the hairline.
Right, yeah.
So as long as I'm not going bald, I'll probably do that. I don't know, man. Yeah, sky's the limit there.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, I guess me writing on you wouldn't really affect that.
Nah, man. Yeah,
all right, cool.
Yeah, won't matter. That'd be cool. You know how to tattoo?
No.
I bet it's harder than we think it is.
Yeah, probably.
I think what's hard, giving shots. That's weird. Because, sometimes you see it, go in, you're like, oh, that went in, super easy. It has got way more. Straight up, stabbed a lady, bounced right on back.
Yeah.
With my instructor, standing right next to me.
No
dude.
way.
Scared to death. I was sweating so bad. I was like, I just stabbed this chick. I'm looking at my instructor, and she's looking at me. Not saying a word. I'm not trying to get advice, and she's just like, what are you going to do now? I was like, I don't know. Okay.
That's what you're here for.
Yeah. It's like, that's kind of what your job is, but okay. But, no, it was cool, man. We got through that, but yeah, that's why people don't want to get vaxxed. You got goobers like me stabbing people.
You're right.
Well, come on down, sit down. And so, oh man, but no. Yeah. Nursing school is cool. Being a nurse is cool. You get all kinds of. I had a patient say that I was going to be the size of Santa by Christmas time. That was really cool. I thought that was super nice of him. Then I had one comment my ankles. Remember how we were talking about we were high watering?
Yeah.
I'm like walking through the unit, and he was like, "You have nice ankles." I was like, "I have nice what?" Okay, man, thanks. So I just go in the med room, and I was like, "What do nice ankles look like?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's such an odd. Oh man. And then we have a patient that refers to himself as, and he is every bit of. Oh, dude, he is the greasiest human being I have ever laid eyes on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like one of his treatments is like he has to take a shower.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Well, because like
crazy.
it's just like man, he's sick, dude. But I say sick, not like nasty sick. I mean, he is nasty, but he's like, but he's just like mentally ill.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, he's nasty, but his room is horrible, man.
Yeah.
Like you walk in and it's just food, and of course we try to keep all that out but COVID is kind of it's kind of put a damper on a few things, but we try to regulate some of that. But yeah, man, he'll hoard some stuff, and you're just like milk and eggs and stuff, and you're like, where are you getting this stuff, man?
Right.
We ain't had eggs in a month, brother. What But
how was it like being a nurse and then COVID hit?
So when COVID hit, I was a phlebotomist. At first when it came around, do you remember like when Ebola was a thing and like
kind of
yeah, it was like people were scared of it for like 2 weeks and like went away. That was kind of my mindset of it. I was like, oh, it's just another one of those things. But then it's like kind of creeped up on you, and you were like, oh. And I remember the day we.
I don't think we ever really had it in our Ebola cases here in Arkansas, or that like.
No, yeah, Ebola kind of stayed over in Africa and stuff. Like we might have had like one or two.
Yeah.
But it was not the extent of COVID.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, man, it kind of just crept up. Like I remember just like walking in one day, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna wear masks now," and we never looked back. Like we still, we had to wear masks the whole time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, boy, and but even then, I was like, oh my gosh, now we're over exaggerating, but then you start seeing random people that like get sick and like really sick, and you're like, oh, this is
like,
the real deal.
People even
serious,
dying.
Yeah, this is getting serious, man. So, and then of course, like a lot of it gets like really political, and
right?
like,
Which is, I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb that's gone to the political side because like it's obvious, it's a clear issue, like
it's an illness, man.
Yeah, and like people are not taken as serious as it should be.
Yeah,
and just being a little bit irresponsible.
Yeah. Well, even me sometimes, like I won't, I'll just be kind of going about my day and then like not really thinking about it. Then I get vibe check real quick. It's like, oh, did you hear somebody like so and so died? I'm like, dang.
Right.
Yeah. I got another one. Like, golly, we can't keep anybody around here. And that sounds horrible, but seriously, yeah, you're just like, you get vibe check pretty quick.
No, and I mean like even with like the vaccine and all, I was like fairly hesitant on getting it, but like. Me coming from like most of our family lives in Honduras and El Salvador, which is a third world country. Mm-hmm. They don't have that luxury of wanting to get the vaccine or not. I remember like not too long ago, like maybe 2 or 3, probably 2 months ago, like my aunt was like, "Oh, you still haven't gotten vaccinated? Why haven't you gotten vaccinated?" Because like in here,
does she still live in Honduras?
Yeah, she still lives in Honduras. She's like, like you should, because people here are like dying left and right, and over here, like.
And over there, it's like elders get it first, and then like it's like the parents and like pretty much kids get it last.
Well, now things are even changing in El Salvador. They're like giving the vaccine to the younger generations, I guess, just to protect them. Yeah. And then everyone else is just like
Oh, they're just like.
So like they had a time period where whoever can get it. Like over here, anyone can get it whenever they want.
Yeah.
Over there was a time period for like the ages and everything.
Man, that's a serious vibe.
Yeah. So like, so like, for me, it was like, okay, maybe I need to be a little bit more considerate to like the people who are wanting to get vaccinated and they can't. Yeah. Rather than just. Man. And that another like family like emergencies sort of like came up that I thought it would be better if I just got vaccinated.
Yeah. I mean, I get though. I mean, 'cause like some of it, some of these companies are sketch. Like I don't even wash my hair with Johnson & Johnson, let alone get a vaccine.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some of this Johnson & Johnson stuff, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's the one I got though.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got home. My wife was pissed, man. She was like, "You got the what? You got the Johnson & Johnson?" I was like, "Yeah, man." She was like, "What? What's your problem?" I was like, "Well, it's just a one shot. I didn't know it was. I thought it was gonna be a twofer. It's just a one." So
no. That's funny.
Hey, you're still alive. That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah. Right. And well, I mean, obviously they're like, and I was just thinking about this the other day. I guess or today, like people are like, "Oh, we don't know what the long terms are, effects and stuff." Well, that's a fair point. We don't know, but we know what the short term effects are. That's death. Like,
well, and like look at previous other vaccines. Like I get it,
right.
Something that really anything that had to that extent being produced in a year, you don't want to be a little hesitant. That's
right?
all
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Here's my problem is like the same people that are telling you not to get it are the same ones still eating like Big Macs and stuff.
Right.
Because McDonald's, it hadn't been too long where they started advertising now serving 100% beef. Like,
right.
Like, bruh, McDonald's, what were you serving before, man?
Right.
Like, this was 8 years ago, folks.
Right.
Like McDonald's was like now serving 100% beef. What?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
right.
you're serving a hamburger, son. What are you talking about? 100% beef. So that's kind of my problem. Is like you have people like, well, I'm not gonna put that in my body. But you're smoking Pall Malls, brother. Like what? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. And like for me, it's like fair. That's fair. If you don't want to, do you want to take a vaccine?
Yeah, that's
don't
fine.
do it. But just be careful and be aware that you're not the only person that this is gonna affect, and just do your diligence. Just
right.
Be responsible.
Just stay vigilant. Stay self-aware.
Right.
Don't go kissing on grandmas and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like it's still kind of weird. Like I shake hands, but not really. Like I shake hands with like certain,
right? Yeah.
People, not necessarily certain people, but just people that I know. Like
your close circle,
right?
Yeah.
Like other people, they get a little bump,
right? Yeah.
But yeah, man, just stay vigilant. And I think too, I don't think that we should ever like force a vaccine,
right?
Because that's a little scary.
Yeah, that is a little scary because it's a free country.
Yeah,
everyone makes their own decisions.
I heard the NFL is starting to find people if they don't get the vaccine.
Yeah,
like
forcing
them.
Yeah, I've seen some videos, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a little crazy. But like you said, like the long-term effects, right? Yeah, of course we don't know long-term effects, but I've seen the previous vaccine. So like, remember polio was a thing, and so you don't really see polio anymore,
right?
And there was a little bit of outbreak of the measles, like in North Arkansas, because like these anti-vax moms were like, I'm not gonna vax my kids because they're gonna live from measles. Okay, so 100 years ago, when a kid got measles, they would get really sick, but they would survive from it. That was 100 years ago. When I say 100 years ago, we started vaccinating people back in the 40s and 50s. So really about 70 years ago. So for 70 years, though, we've had 2 or 3 generations since then?
Right, yeah.
That have never had the measles. So if a kid gets measles now, that joker is dying. Like, there is no chance. Like, there is no antibodies there, man. Like, he's gone. And so... that's what you got to think about. Yeah, you can't take the research from 70 years ago because those kids were just different, man. They had different germs in them, So they had different, they said they had different immune systems back then. So
right.
But yeah, I would encourage to get it. It's not that bad. You get sick as a dog the day after, but then I've heard some people that don't get sick.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Boy, I was like, dang, I think I'd rather have COVID. I don't know, man, but no, I don't wish that. But boy, it was bad, man. I woke up, I was like, golly, my body was aching. I'm like, I might be dying. Like this might be a whole wrap right here. So
no, yeah. I mean, I say I guess I agree with you. I would encourage you to get it, but if you don't, that's fine. Just please be careful, be responsible. Yeah. That's all I ask.
It's okay to think about others. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like,
I don't know if you have any questions for him, for old Big Hayden Burchfield, for
on top of my head right now.
Any of the deep cuts anybody's ever wanted to know?
No. I don't know if there's any last words you want to say to our audience, just to encourage and
what would be something that has inspired you throughout your life?
Man, inspired me throughout my life. I've had a lot of inspiration, man. Really just like the coworkers around me or just people around me. You can always kind of find a little inspiration from most people. But like my wife's been a great inspiration actually.
Yeah, I think I would like to say that.
Yeah, for sure. She has really pushed me to be a better man. And I tell her that all the time. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily a bad guy before I met her.
But she got the best out of you.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
She's kind of helped mold me to make better decisions and to for longevity purposes.
Right.
So her would be my inspiration, and obviously my daughter, man, huge inspiration to want to do better for her.
Yeah.
There was a lot of times in nursing school I'm like, dang, dude, I do not want to do this, but I thought about, if I do this and I pass these things, one, I'll have self-actualization, but two, my daughter will be taken care of. I'll be able to make more money for her.
Yeah.
And
you're setting like the standard for her, the bar for her.
Yeah, like the standard for her, and it's like, but it's like, it's not like you have to be some big CEO to be successful.
Right. No.
Like my dream has always been have a good wife, like have somebody that I cherish, and have a child. So that's the dream I'm living right now, man. So
that's good.
That's kind of the inspiration. Yeah.
Good stuff. Anything that scares you that puts fear in you?
Man, stupid stuff like open ocean. No, I'm just playing. Fear, man. Just how short life really is sometimes,
Yeah.
Not to get all deep.
I thought you were going to say short people.
Short people freaking scare me so bad. I want to kick them. No. No, stupid fears. I'm afraid of the open ocean because I can't swim that well.
Yeah.
I hate when I can't touch the bottom because I just can't swim. I'll sink. So there's one. And snakes, man. I don't really. No, I'm just playing. But, yeah, man. Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, man, life is like so short. It's like so short, dude.
Yeah.
Not to get all deep, but like that kind of scares me. And I'm just like, ooh. But it scares me in a way of like I want to pursue doing things.
Yeah, well, you want
not necessarily like material stuff. To an extent, I do like my things. I'm not going to sit back and say like I don't. You know what I'm saying? But like experiences, right?
Like you want to be the main character of your movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's not even has to be like some big elaborate like we're gonna go to Dubai. It's like, just cherishing like in the moment. Like instead of sitting around the house and just kind of hanging out, I can take my daughter to the park and watch her grow and develop.
Yeah, the little
interact
things.
with other kids. Yeah, stuff like that. Or instead of just playing on my phone in the evening time, stop, talk with my wife, maybe get to learn her better.
Yeah.
Right. She
was alive 20. We didn't know each other for 20 years. That's a lot of memories, man. And like you can spark up a conversation with that. So, my fear doesn't necessarily bog me down. It kind of motivates me to get up and actually.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of do something that's just not so mundane, like just sitting around the house.
Right, puts you in a reality check every time you think about it.
Yeah, it does. It kind of reality checks, and then and I would say another fear would just be, just relationships with people. I kind of have a hard time keeping in touch with people, not necessarily on purpose, just like life gets kind of busy.
Right. Yeah.
And so like doing things like this podcast, like stopping.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
no,
dude, I was so excited, man, and like
Thank you.
and making time for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even if it's just like for this evening, like I said,
we had fun.
I love it, man. This is great. We will be back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely gonna be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah, I'll bring my buddies. But but yeah, man, just doing stuff like that, and not thinking so much on a big scale, but just kind of on a micro scale of things you can do to bring value.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Hayden.
I appreciate you being on it, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. I think we had a fairly good amount of a laugh.
Just a fairly good amount. Just a little bit. Just a little sprinkle there.
I think even like off camera,
man.
During camera, everything is just.
Yeah.
And you kept it real the whole time. I just say that not because like you've been different. No, we've just been laughing. So
yeah.
Everything's just been so genuine. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and just being excited to do this. And
yeah, thanks for inviting me to the hood and let me hang out.
Yeah,
I feel like one of the gangsters now, dude.
Yeah. If anyone has related to whatever you had to say, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Oh man, yeah. So I've got Instagram. I think what is my Instagram? It's like At Big Hayden of America.
Big Chuck of America or something
Big
like
Chuck.
that.
Let me look at this thing real quick.
I think I saw like his handle earlier.
Let's see. Yeah. At Big Chuck of America.
Okay,
MURICK. Or no, ICA. Man, I can't spell. That's a Harmony Grove education right there, baby. Oh, dude. Yeah. Sorry. Just like another little snippet. We got snipped on the education, brother. I think our teachers are great. I think they did the best they could. But my wife will say some stuff sometimes, and I'm like, "You what?" And she's like, "Yeah, you didn't learn that in high school." I was like, "I didn't learn that in college, brother. What are you talking about?" She'll say some stuff. I'm like, it probably was me. I slept most of my 9th grade year. It was not good. But yeah, man. And then of course, Facebook, Charles Burchfield.
Yeah, we're gonna be sure to add that in the description below if anyone has any questions.
Any last words for people that are listening, like a quote that stuck to you or something you want to say to them?
Just because I'm a fake cowboy. I heard a cowboy say one time on a TV show, it's not about the speed, it's about the accuracy. So you don't have to do all the things at once, but just do what you do well. It doesn't have to get done at a certain time, but just do it.
Sounds good, dude. Thank you so
That's
much.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all.
Well, that's it for today. You guys can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and what else?
Spotify,
Apple,
Google Podcasts,
and Apple Podcasts,
and Facebook. You said Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Video form on Facebook and YouTube and everything else. You can hear us in audio. Thank you guys for listening, watching. Please subscribe if you have watched the whole length of this video. Would really appreciate it, and comment below what you guys liked about this.
And give it a thumbs up and a like.
Yeah, thumbs up, like.
And that's all for today. See you next Monday.
See ya.
See ya.